Hi, Jelly here with another nail polish video. Today I'm going over all the polishes that I wore in March. I also participated in the hashtag Hillary and Stacy's month of greens and ended up working out because I was already planning on doing this anyway, so I was able to do something I was already planning to do as part of a collab as well, which was really fun. I have 18 manicures to share with you today. 15 of them are on my left hand and 3 of them are on my right hand. I am trying to get in the habit of taking pictures of my right hand since I do my hands differently, but no guarantees. I also wore a total of 27 polishes. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. My first manicure I wore in March was a combination, both Starly polishes. The base I used was Starly's Forest of the Night, which is a dark foresty green cream. And then on top of that, I put Phobos by Kelly Marissa, which was one of her collaboration polishes. I really enjoyed this combo. This one is a tried and true for me. I just love how that green looks, and then having those more multi-chrome flakes that shift from green to purple, and then even a little bit of orange or black at extreme angles really looks together. Up next, we have Sweet and Sour Lacquer's What Are You Doing in My Swamp? This was a polish pickup exclusive for February 2023. Like a lot of people, this ended up being a favorite for me. I could not wait to get this on my nails. I did use 3 coats, but it gave me full coverage in that. I really loved it. Did not feel like it was very heavy in 3 coats. In the picture, you can see it looks a little bit golden on my nails. That's just how my lighting is. But depending on how you move it in different lights, it switches between that gold and that dark green, a little bit of an orange amber tone as well too. My next manicure is another combination manicure. On the bottom, I have OPI Suzy, the First Lady of Nails. This is such a pretty army green color. I believe I found this one at Target, and I'm just like, no, I have to have this polish, so I ended up getting it. And then to top it off, to make it a little bit more interesting, I added Pampered Polish's Seeing Spots. I was able to nab this polish when she re-released it at the beginning of the year. Unfortunately, this was one of her one-time restocks as well, so it is unavailable to purchase on her site. I hope she's able to bring it back full-time, or maybe be able to bring it back as another surprise, but we'll just have to wait and see. Next up is KB Shimmer's Lit Tang, which is magnetic polish. I learned after I put this polish on from watching Mediocre Manny's videos that for the best lines with magnetic polish, and I wish I had known this for the screen, that you want to gently shake the bottle to mix up the magnetic pigment, then magnetize your nails, otherwise the pigment is not going to be strong and it's going to spread a lot more. Even on their website, it looked like it was not the tightest line ever. I'm not sure if it's just green pigment or not. You'll see with another polish. Again, I didn't know that trick prior to this manicure either, but it's still really pretty, and I have a short video to just show what it looks like as I move around. Next is another combo manicure. On bottom, I have Orallys Plastic Jungle, which is this really pretty green shade. It's almost a neutral green, but it does lean slightly blue as well. But even with that slightly blue, it is still beautiful. You can definitely tell that it's a green. And then I put Turn It Down on top of it, which is a glitter topper that's packed with black, gray, and white glitters. From what I can see, the black glitters are fairly big. Then there are medium size gray glitters and white glitters as well. They might have some larger white and gray glitters in here. It's a little bit hard to tell. The black large ones do stick out the most, and there are tiny black ones as well. Next up, we have a 2 polish Skittle manicure. These polishes are both another Kelly Marissa collab with Orly. The lighter green is called Kelly's Green and the darker one is called Kelly's Emerald. I forgot to take photo swatches with the bottles before I took them off, which is why you have this photo as well. The Kelly's Green is just so beautiful. It's a gorgeous sparkly lime green color, and the Kelly's Emerald is a little bit more blue leaning green, but on the darker side as well. It also has these shimmer in it that's like blue and white and a little bit of yellow. I don't think Orly used a thick enough suspension base when they did this one, because my sparkly pigment for Kelly's Emerald always flips to the bottom, so I have to aggressively shake it in order for me to be able to make sure I get that pigment before I use it. At this point, I was on my spring break from teaching, so I ended up doing a manicure a day. The first polish I chose to wear was from Lacquer called Psych. This was part of their HHC collection that they started in August 2021, and then it went until I believe July or August of 2021 as well. This one is definitely a little bit thicker because it is packed with all those different shaped glitters that are green, yellow, and white, but it's still a really gorgeous polish and I just love how bright it is. Next up, we have another Night Owl Lacquer from their Psych collection called The Right Way and Then Yours. This was my first polish I had that had a reflective pigment in it. I do believe it has reflective glitter, but those flakies are also very reflective as well. It's just really shiny polish. One thing that I think helped prepare it is that even though I had it, I hadn't worn it prior to the Rogue Lacquers, the Imagineering quad, so being able to practice with that prepared me for using this one as well. I also included a picture of what it looked like under my phone flash, just so you could see how bright it was. With my studio lighting, you can't really see its reflectiveness, and it actually looks a little bit dark in the photos, but with that reflective light, you can see just like how bright it is and how comical it looks as well too. The next polish I wore was from Pembered Polishes, and it is the Worst Takes All, which is a November 21 polish pickup exclusive. It was based off of a Disney Villains board game, I believe they said in their original video. I really love this dark shade of green. That is definitely one of my preferred ways to wear green. It also has these holographic sparkles in it that really make it bring out. And if you look really closely, you can see that there are black flakes in there as well. I am not going to lie, when I first saw the black flakes, I forgot that there were black flakes in this polish, and I thought there was mold in my bottle somehow, and so I was beginning to freak out. I'm just like, wait, this makes no sense. I don't understand. This has never happened before. And I had to go back and refine the video to confirm that it was part of the polish and not mold. You can't really see the black flakes in the bottle or on the nails, but when you do that first coat, they really stand out. Next up is another double polish Skittle manicure as well. I use Cupcake Polish Hot Girl Fall and Hollow Taco's Green Taffy. These are two of my favorite kinds of greens to have. The Hot Girl Fall is definitely a nice darker green that is on the primary green side, packed with hollow, like even in the bottle as I'm moving it around to make sure I get these names right. It is just so shiny in the low light we have. The Hollow Taco is pretty shiny as well, and that is definitely my preferred way to wear a medium green as well. I love these two together. I would love to see more green holographic polishes, though I do have one more to show later in this video. For actual St. Patrick's Day, I wore a 6 polish collection Skittle of Pampered Polish's St. Patty's Day collection of 2023. These polishes are unfortunately sold out, though I did mention in the review video that if she can only bring back one of these polish, let it be 0 lux given. In the order of polishes on my fingers, it is first Clover Girl, then Here to Patty, Can't Pitch This, and then Can't Pinch This is topped with Shamrock and Roll. Zero Lux Given, and My Lucky Charm. I really loved the Skittle. I wore it for a couple of days just because I really liked it. I really loved the color combination. It's just really, really fun, especially here to Patty and Zero Lux Given, which I have mentioned previously that those are my two favorite in the collection. After St. Patrick's Day, I slowed back down again, and the next polish I put on is another Pamper Polishes. This one is called Snot Queen. This one is a really pretty shamrocky green with those holographic bar glitters in it. I definitely chose this polish because it was green when I first bought it. I have never seen the movie. It was from, I don't remember what movie it was. I know she has another polish from that collection called Scotty Likes Beans. I did not get that. I only have that green one, and I do not regret that purchase. The next polish I wore is from my brand Prickly Pear polish called Crackling Leaves. This is a polish I made for myself. It's a dark green jelly base with a unicorn pigment that shifts from red to orange to yellow to green, and it's very intense. I really love this. As I mentioned in the release video, I wanted to make that jelly base more of a corally, but anytime I added more pigment than I put in the bottle, all the unicorn pigment would just fall down, and I was not having that. I needed that to still be intense and in the bottle, and I did not want to have to add a thicker suspension base for that. But even with that, it's still a really gorgeous polish. Next up is a Colores de Caro color. This one is called Keep Rolling. It's from their 10th anniversary collection, and it is another magnetic. I got this one when I was able to go to the What's Up Nails store up in Chandler, Arizona on a day trip. This one was another polish that I didn't know the magnetic technique before I did the manicures with it, which is why the lines look fairly spread out. But I have retried it with this polish specifically, with the shaking the bottles, putting it on nails, and then magnetizing, and it really did make a difference. And then I forgot to take videos of it moving, but you can see that when it's magnetized, it reveals that gorgeous purpley base underneath. Up next is another polish I forgot to take bottle shops for. Oops. This one is Night Owl Lacquer's Hysterical High Pitch Screaming, which was the last polish in their Psych collection. This one released on August 2022, on a year later. This one I have first mentioned in my top 10 polishes of 2022. I really do love that light green holographicness. It does need more like 3 coats to get full opacity even on short nails, just because it is going to be a lot more on the sheer side. It is a lighter color, but it doesn't feel like you're wearing 3 coats with 3 coats. This next polish was an accidental wear. This is Grass and Daffodils from my brand Prickly Pear polish with a matte top coat over it. I was taking swatch photos for my nails and I ran out of time and I didn't have the energy to repaint my nails for a while, so I just ended up leaving it. I really loved how this one looked like with a matte top coat, especially in that later day lighting as well. I think that it makes the gold glitter come out, but I do feel like glossy is best to see those gold glitters. The last manicure I wore on my left hand was Orallys Elysian Fields. This one, compared to the other greens, definitely leans more on the brown side. It's really hard to tell it's a green, but when you put it next to oranges and blues, that's where the green stands out a lot more. I personally have never seen moss like this, since the Orly website describes it as a mossy green, but that might just be because I live in the desert and any moss we have is a really dark, rich, vibrant green. Finally, the last manicure I wore on my right hand was Kupisar, which is another Pamper Polishes brand. This was part of an HHC collection that they had started August of 2021. I ended up getting all of these polishes, and this was the very first one they released. It was such a cute collection. Timberland had mentioned that she was doing this collection, I believe, with her daughter. Her daughter was helping pick out the colors and inspiration behind everything. So I just thought that was just so cute that she was getting her daughter involved on this. And here are all the manicures together. What did you think? Which one was your favorite polish, your favorite manicure look? I can't choose between any of them. I really love greens. I guess if I had to choose one, it would be Biased Crackling Leaves, which is my birthday polish. But if I had to choose one that was not one of my own, I think I'm gonna have to go with Hot Girl Fall. If you ended up liking this video, please give it a thumbs up. It lets me know that you are enjoying these kind of videos and you want to see more like that. Please hit that subscribe video if you want to see more videos from me. I am been a little bit busy, so my videos have been a lot more sporadic, but I will keep trying and working on posting videos more frequently, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!